Hi guys, today we're going to go over topic 1 in GCSE chemistry and we're going to smash it, okay? So, I'm looking at the spec on my side, so you guys don't need to do anything, you just need to learn what we're going over, okay? So, number 1 is 3 definitions. So, we're going to go through an atom, a compound, and a mixture, okay? So I'm going to test you on all 3 of them after I do it, okay? So an atom is the smallest part of an element. A compound and a mixture, sometimes they ask you what they mean. Sometimes they ask you what the difference is, okay? So both of them are 2 or more elements. Compounds are chemically combined. Mixtures are 2 or more elements. Not chemically combined. Pause the video, take notes, process it, and I'm going to test you. What is an atom? What is a compound? What is a mixture? If you're not ready, read over it, rewind, go forward, rewind, go forward, okay? And we'll move on, okay? Next we're going to go over the development of the atom, okay? The development of the atom. So number 1 was the plum pudding model. It's the first thing I'll test you on. So the plum pudding model was a ball, a positive ball with negative electrons all around it, like a plum pudding, okay? The plum pudding model is a positive ball with negative electrons embedded or scattered around, okay? Cool. What happened after? So they realized this was wrong. How did they realize it? They literally, okay? They use an alpha scattering gun and they shot it at gold foil. Okay. What happened? Number 1, most alpha particles, I'm just going to write alpha particles went straight through. Okay. Number 2, very, very few, some, only some, bounced back, okay? I'll say bounced back, deflected, okay? Only if they were in the middle. Okay? So let's go back, process this, rewind it, process it, and I'm going to test you on what was the plum pudding model? What was the alpha scattering experiment? And what were the 2 main results? 2 main results. Okay. So process that and test yourself, okay? So the answers are, the plum pudding model was how they thought an atom was: a positive ball with negative electrons embedded inside. The alpha scattering experiment, they shot alpha particles at a gold leaf. The two main results, most of them went straight through, some of them, very few of them. If they were in the middle, they actually bounced back. Okay. Next one. So what did that mean? So they had to change the model. Changed the model. Okay. So how did they change the model? Well, they knew there was a nucleus, okay, with different things inside it, and the rest of it was empty space, okay? So we all know about the three main parts of an atom. So it's the proton, the neutron, and the electron. I'm going to rub this out. I don't like it. The first question I ask is where? Okay, where is it? So the proton is in the nucleus. The neutron is in the nucleus. The electron is in the shells or outside the nucleus. Okay. The next question is the mass. So in the alpha experiment, if you shot it at the middle, it bounced back. If you shot it on the outside, it went through. The electron's on the outside, so it has zero mass. These two have a mass of 1. How do I remember the mass? I think about the alpha scattering experiment. How do I remember the charge? I look at the letters. P, proton, P for positive. Neutron, nu for neutral. A little bit weird. Electron is negative, okay? -1. Test yourself. So it's the mass, charge, location of the proton, the neutron, the electron. Go back, test yourself, and then we can move on, okay? So what's next? So we move on to the periodic table then. If we're comfortable with the atom, we move on with the periodic table. So 23, 11, Na. We see stuff like this in the periodic table, okay? We need to know what that means. So that's just a symbol for sodium. That bottom number is the number of protons, okay? You can actually cheat. So in the data sheet, in the periodic table you're given in the exam, it should say that. It should call it the atomic or the proton number. If it's the proton number, it's the number of protons. This is the mass number, okay? The mass number. The mass number are the two things with a mass, the proton and the neutron, okay? Number of protons plus neutrons, okay? So what's next? Let me check the spec. So we need to know more about the periodic table. So the rows and the columns, okay? So the rows are periods, okay? The columns are groups. What do they tell us? We need to know. So it's the number of electrons on the outer shell. So group 2, the outer shell of everything in group 2 has 2 electrons. Group 3, the outer shell has 3 electrons. Let's test ourselves. Top number, bottom number of periodic table elements. and groups and periods. Okay. Let's take a quick break. I'm going to check what's next. So next is the electron structure, okay? The electron structure is going to be, so sodium was 11, so we go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 questions here. How did I know it was 11 electrons? So there are 11 protons and it's a balanced atom. So it has to have 11 negative electrons. Then why did I draw it like this? So the first shell can only contain 2. The next shell can only contain 8. And the shell after that can only contain 8 as well. But after 11, we could stop. We just have to draw 11 electrons, okay? Cool. That will be part 1. Quick test on this last section. How many electrons go in each shell, okay? After that, we'll do part 2 in the next video. Thanks, guys.